Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here. Happy St George's Day. Obviously this weekend it is coming up. That's why I'm wearing the England gear for work and stuff. We were celebrating St George's Day today in work, and big congratulations to my football team, my kids that I work with, for winning the competition today. Absolutely great today. So happy for them boys. Worked really hard with them for the last year and a half. You know, we're finally starting to win some things now. Anyway, this is not about them. This is not about me. This is about West Ham. This is West Ham versus Chelsea. Chelsea versus West Ham, should I say. Obviously, a fantastic game. The first game against them earlier this season. With the really, did he mean it? Didn't he mean it? Arthur Masuaku goal. A fantastic performance on the day. One of the really good memories we've got from this season. A really great day. A really top performance. Chelsea are currently sitting in third on 62 points, but teams like Arsenal and Tottenham, both on 57 points, are really creeping and putting pressure on them. At one point, I thought maybe they might have their feet up and be thinking about that FA Cup game. Obviously, they did beat Palace at the weekend in a reasonably decent game. But they did lose to Arsenal in midweek, which again has put pressure on them now. So really, they could fall out. I don't think they will, but they could. If we were to beat them and other results went against them, say Tottenham won and Arsenal were both to win, then there's serious pressure on them, and they could drop out, and that's something they definitely wouldn't want. All the stuff with what's going on with their takeover and stuff like that, it just attracting players and players they potentially could lose. They need to be in that top four. Like I said, I don't think they will fall out, but there is a risk. There is a risk for them. They've got quite a few injuries. Kovacic is out, Chilwell is out, Barkley's out, Rudiger's out, Christensen's out. Two of their main centre backs, obviously their first choice left back in Chilwell, are out, and it has been showing recently. Obviously, they conceded 4 against Brentford a few weeks ago. Palace, they did keep a clean sheet in that game. Obviously, Palace were out Conor Gallagher. Arsenal leaked 4 goals against Arsenal, so they are a bit leaky at the back at the moment, and that's something hopefully we can exploit. In terms of their strengths, obviously we know they can finish goals. They play down the wing quite a lot, left-hand side and right-hand side. Werner, really pacey and strong player. Obviously he's finishing, sometimes lets him down, but it seems to be coming back into his game. Obviously got Mount in there as well, who's a really top player. And players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek have been really taking their opportunities as of recently. They're good at the through ball. Protecting leads is one of their weaknesses within recent weeks. Obviously when they take the lead, they're still capable of going behind. Games like our game as well. Very good at possession, and obviously they like to take the short shots. Top goal scorers for them this season is Kai Havertz. Really adapted into that role as a forward. Scored a lot of goals for them. Mason Mount also chipping in with the goals for them. And a man who's been going on a bit of a barren spell and gets absolutely slated by the Chelsea fans that I work with, Romelu Lukaku. I don't say nothing about Romelu because we know that we're his favourite team to score against. And it would surprise me nothing more than to see that man score a goal at the weekend. He's been playing really bad. He keeps getting hooked at about the 60th minute. I don't think he wants to be there, and I'll be very surprised if he is there after the summer. So, yes, just expect him to score against us because that's just the way it goes. Like I say, that at the moment they've been playing the 4-2-2-2 formation. Mendy in goal, who's been having a little bit of wobblers himself recently. Reece James, big fan of Reece James, top right back. Obviously England are spoilt with right backs. They've got Walker, they've got Trent, and they've got James as well. And there's even some more coming through. Right back is one of England's most strongest positions, and it's such a hard position to actually get into. Chalobah in defence with Silva. Obviously, Sarr did play there the other day against Arsenal. He looked really out of sorts in that game. Alonso, the left side. That's a side that we can definitely get out. Bowen will be running down that side. Alonso looks like he's aging more and more all the time. Still capable of a goal. Still capable of getting up and down the pitch. But definitely a player that, Chilwell is their main one, and he is out. In midfield, Jorginho and Kante. Good battle in there. Mount and Loftus, obviously. And Havertz and Werner play through the middle. Like I say, lost 4-2 to Arsenal, won the FA Cup semi-final, so there may be one eye on that, but they can't afford to really slip up, because they can be caught. They can drop out. For us, we know about our injuries. Obviously, we had the devastating news about Diop, to go with Zuma. We cannot afford another injury in defence going into that huge game on Thursday night against Frankfurt, but we're not here to talk about that. Rice, as it looks like he may be the one that goes in at centre-back. Obviously, I would love to see Alessi go in now. I think, you have to give these kids a chance. And what does it say to these kids that they can't even get into their main position when basically the whole of the defence is out? The rumoured formation, and again, this is nothing I know, is a 4-5-1, which would be Cresswell at left back, Rice at left centre back, Dawson right centre back, Johnson at right back, with a midfield of Benrahma, Fornals, Souček, Lanzini and Bowen across a big 5-man midfield with Antonio up top. Remains to be seen. Listen, I know as much as you guys know about what the lineup's going to be. Will we see Alessi? Who knows? Will we see Rice in at centre back? I don't know. I'm against Rice playing centre back. I'm not saying he'll do a bad job. He'll probably do a fantastic job there. But you're losing a world-class midfielder, our best player in his best position in Europe, arguably, to put him in defence. And I don't think we should be doing that, especially not in a Frankfurt game. Maybe Chelsea can experiment and see how he gets on, and maybe that's what he will do. Maybe he'll see how Declan does in that and see if we lose too much in midfield in the Chelsea game. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It really is a shame. That centre-back was one position that I wasn't fearing. It was a position that Zuma, Origi at the beginning of the start of the season, I liked Dulce as well. And Diop done a good job when he came in for them 2 games. But it just shows that, when you're not playing a lot of football, you are suspect to the injury, because you're not keeping yourself fully fit, and you're not. It's not that he's not keeping himself fully fit. It's that the matches are completely different to what training is. We just got to avoid injuries. Please God, no Cresswell injury, no Dawson injury. Antonio Bowen obviously speak for themselves. We just got to avoid injuries, because those 2 games against Frankfurt, the biggest games of my lifetime. They are the biggest games of my lifetime. They're huge. And I want nothing more than us to get to that final and, really have a showpiece occasion to look forward to on the 18th of May. I cannot wait for that. But, let's stop talking about that, because Chelsea's still there to be played. Our record doesn't speak very highly, though. We've not won there in 15. 10 losses and 5 draws, I believe it is. So not good. Not a good record there. We need to... we need to try and get a win there, try and go there and get a win. They're there to be taken at the moment. And that's hard to say when you're playing Chelsea, but they're there to be got at the minute. They really, really are. Like I say, whether their eyes are on the final now, whether our eyes are on the semi-final, it could be an interesting game. I think there could be potentially a lot of goals in this game. I really, really do. They're a bit shaky in defence, and obviously we're going to have a patched up defence. So interesting game, guys. Interesting game. Hopefully we can get them. Hopefully, we can go into the game full of confidence. Then we've got loads of confidence going into the Frankfurt game. My prediction 2-2. I think we can get a couple of goals, but I also think we might concede a couple as well. Let me know what you guys think. What do you want to see in defence? Let me know what you think about your predictions. Thank you so much for staying loyal with this, guys. Thank you for all the comments this week on the Walking News videos. Really enjoyed making them. And obviously there'll be a lot of them between now and the summer when I break up from work, because I'll be doing that walk every day now because the weather's lovely. Yeah, until next time, guys, enjoy the game. Come on, you irons, as always. Keep believing.